Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Super Anime Bros podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rosario, joined by my brother, Angelo, and we would like to welcome you to Season 3 of the podcast. Angelo, is it good to be back?
Yeah, it's great to be back. You know, it's been a little while, and we've gone on quite the adventure while we were gone, so...
Yeah, I think we certainly have, and that is where we will start this new season of our show here after our respite and our trip to Japan.
Yeah.
It was a pretty awesome time, huh?
Yeah, so we're gonna do a little trip recap here. I don't know how long this is gonna end up being, but I'm certainly excited to talk about our trip. I feel like, you know, in the week since we've been back, like a lot of like friends, coworkers have asked me about my trip, and it's like I don't want to like ramble for too long. So this is nice that we have.
Here's your opportunity.
Yeah, we can now ramble as long as we want about our trip and really talk about every little detail. So that's exciting.
Yeah, without a doubt. It really was an awesome time. It'll be really fun to recap. And, you know, you may be asking, this isn't a travel podcast. This is an anime podcast. But I think that it'll tie in pretty nicely, you know, to our core audience.
Yeah,
and their
I
interests.
mean, I feel like, you know, with anime, it's a lot of anime carry super heavy, like, Japanese influences.
For sure.
You know, they're all Japanese anyway, so...
Yeah.
So I feel like it's close enough.
I would agree.
It's like anime adjacent.
I would agree. But, I mean, plus we did, like, at least shopping-wise, plenty of exposure to anime and just how much it is everywhere, at least in the main cities that we visited in Japan. It was pretty cool. So I really, like, you know, you took some notes through our trip. We obviously have a ton of photos. I think we'll go in chronological order. And the first thing I want to ask you is, how was that first flight, that first day?
Well, I mean, you know how it was. You were there. but it was interesting. You know, we had to catch a connecting flight. So that was my first time ever having, like, a layover. I'd say the flying experience was okay. I mean, that's the only way there. So it's something you just have to deal with.
That's a good point.
I'm certainly somebody who stresses out about things like that, you know, missing things, always stress out about, like, being late for work. I used to stress out about being late for school. So, you know, stressing out about missing a plane is certainly a real thing. But, you know, once we got in the airport, got through security, I relaxed quite a bit. And, you know, throughout most of the flights, I was chill. Certainly more chill than I expected to be. So that was a sweet surprise.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I think the first travel day was pretty smooth sailing. You know, the airport was fine. Both airports were fine. We had plenty of time.
Yeah.
And I haven't flown all that much in my life, so I really, really thought that I was going to be able to sleep for like a good portion of the 13-and-a-half-hour flight from Chicago to Japan. Not the case. Not the case at all. I think we were all kind of in and out like a little bit, but it was just not easy to get some good rest on there.
No, not at all. Yeah, and the last flight I was on to Jamaica, I was able to catch some shut-eye, but the seats were very, very roomy on that flight.
Yeah, it was definitely, you know, we
it
were
was
packed
tight,
in there pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah.
It was a little bit of a relief that, you know, I was in between two people I know, because we had our
That certainly did help.
Our good buddy Mike there, who you'll
shout
get
out
to,
good buddy Mike,
who you'll get to see in our new YouTube video that we'll get to later,
so true.
maybe in the next part. But it was a little bit more comfortable, I guess. Like if I was like squeezed in between two people I didn't know, especially like with like sharing armrest, I would have been so much more uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're an armrest dominator.
I do love me an armrest. Well, I think an armrest, when you have two people, you just got to stagger. So if somebody's leaning forward, they get the front of it. And somebody's So I was trying to only take up half the armrest as much as I could. And when I was like not worried about sleeping, I was sitting up a little more. So I don't know. I just don't think you just didn't know that we were sharing it.
I guess not.
I guess I could have told you, but in my head I'm like, you can have the back.
Yeah.
And then when you had the back, I would take the front.
Yeah.
But I know you're not, you know, traditionally somebody who loves sharing.
All right, well, you don't need to expose me.
I mean, an armrest, it's not like we didn't have much of an option.
No,
We
no,
were
not at all.
sharing
Not at
between
all.
the three of us a very limited space.
Yeah, no, it was fine.
Now, how about on the way there? Did you end up watching any anime?
That's a good question. So I did a great segue for the show, by the way. That was
Yeah.
brilliantly done. I downloaded a few things to have to watch on the plane. I downloaded the rest, the second half of Cowboy Bebop, which I had never finished, and I didn't end up watching any of that on the flight there or back. I didn't like I watched some stuff, and I'll get to it in a second. This is gonna be a little tangent, but like I just kind of existed for like a good portion of the flight.
For the whole first flight, you just
I just sat there. That was great. Yeah, the flight from Philly to Chicago, I sat there the whole time and did nothing. It was
I put in
great.
my headphones. I
It
didn't
was great.
bother really with the TV.
I just I felt that was going to be good practice, for the patience needed for the 13 and a half hour flight. So that went pretty well. I also I watched the flight path and the statistics on the infotainment screen. I got a lot of joy out of that.
I think that's become slightly more popular. I've seen memes about
Me too.
guys
yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's funny. I was just we're going 600 miles an hour.
It's
What?
pretty crazy. I liked the ANA flight. The second flight had a camera on the bottom and the front.
I forgot about
so you
that.
could watch
yeah.
the front and the bottom view, which is pretty cool.
That was cool. I also downloaded the first couple episodes of Soul Eater, which is something I've wanted to check out. Didn't end up watching any of that either. And then I downloaded, I don't know, maybe 10 episodes of K-On!, which I've been in the process of watching. And I did watch a few episodes of that on the way there. So that was good. That's, a pretty comforting, lighthearted show. So I think that was good for the whole plane vibe. Yeah, I got through it. How about you? Did you watch any anime?
I don't really remember the flight there. I didn't write
I do. I
anything
remember
down in my journal.
one huge aspect of the flight there. The last 2 hours of it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I watched the first episode of Gintama. I think is the only anime I watched.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
I downloaded the first 20 episodes of it because it's something I've wanted to try. I should be checking off some other stuff I've already started, but I can't help it sometimes.
Hey, I mean, you watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it.
And then I downloaded the first 2 seasons of the Quintessential Quintuplets, and then the first season of Fruits Basket, which was there as a comfort show.
Yeah.
And not to be too morbid, I downloaded the Quintuplets.
Yeah, I remember seeing this.
In case there was some kind of accident with the plane and it's, we only have a couple minutes left, we're going down. I wanted to, finish it doing something I love.
Yeah, what a way to go.
It's a true comfort show.
What a way to go.
But yeah, it was just there too. I downloaded that in Fruits Basket in case I was feeling either cooped up or upset. Those are 2 things that calm me down a lot.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But I just ended up watching 1 episode of Gintama. I guess a little appetizer. I definitely see myself watching more. It's pretty funny what I watched. I definitely think a lot of the comedy is going to be, Japanese style of comedy and probably references to stuff I don't get. But from what I've seen online, I think I'll enjoy it quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the one clip that I've seen
Well, that's a reference to
with you, with the reference to Rocky, is so obscure for the context of the anime. Obviously, it's not obscure here. Coming from Philly, Rocky's everything. Well, that's one of the funniest anime clips I've ever seen in my life. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of
I
plenty
still
of
don't
good
really
moments back in there.
not what I expected the show to be about. They've been invaded by aliens.
Oh,
I haven't seen any green aliens. I don't know. But
I don't
the
think
world's-
I
And
I've never seen it.
Gintoki's the only the last samurai,
Okay.
and him and
Was
his
it? I was gonna say.
his crew just do favors for people, almost like Noragami, but they're not gods.
Yeah.
So they just take on any job people
Interesting.
ask them to.
Very
But it was pretty funny from the 1 episode I did watch.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, what else did I guess I watched some movies. I watched Gran Turismo, which is a racing flick.
Yeah, I remember you putting that on.
That was actually really good. I started to doze off at the end, though. That's the only time I got any shut eye was the last 10 minutes of the movies we watched.
I've never heard you say "shut eye" in the 23 years I've known you.
Dude, I say it all the time.
You've now seen it twice in 10 minutes. Said it twice in 10 minutes. That's killing
I
me.
say it all the time.
That's great. No, that's good.
And then yeah, we decided the three of us would finish the flight with some real, I don't know, finish the flight with a bang.
Chicken jockey.
And the three of us all decided we would watch the Minecraft movie
Yeah.
together. Not like on one TV. We just all started at the
Press
same
play at the
time.
same time. Yeah, it was great.
So that was a really good way to finish it.
It was better. Like it was better than I thought.
Yeah, I really like, it's the Minecraft movie.
And it
was
just
such
got
like a
memed
big,
on so bad.
I
And
mean,
it's just like,
similar to like with the Mario movie. Like I had no expectations for that. Like it was a lot of memes. And,
yeah, I had more expectations for the Mario movie because it's an animated film. Like the Minecraft movie being live action just made no sense in my head.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because usually people in Minecraft are square. But what they did with the people getting sucked into the
Yeah, being a different
overworld
world. Yeah.
kind of worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good laugh.
And the second one got announced while we were on the trip, so I'll definitely be watching the second one.
I think I would agree.
Yeah, no, it was good. The memes were, and you know what? The memes are funny. So
The memes did it.
like when I heard Chicken Jockey, I'm like, yeah, dude.
Oh, I get it now.
Like, yeah.
I used to think this was annoying, but
No, it's great.
you know.
Yeah, and the characters were good. Jack Black was funny, and Jason Momoa was awesome.
He was very funny.
I actually think that's the first Jason Momoa acting I've ever seen. Like he's like such a big like actor these days, but I never watched like Aquaman, Game of Thrones. That was the first
Yeah.
thing I've seen him in besides like commercials.
Interesting.
And he did great.
What a character to see him as, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite enjoyable. That certainly did help the flight. The movies really helped a lot. So on the way back, I did a lot more movies, but we'll get to that. The only other like important thing I want to talk about on the flight is the food.
Oh, okay. I want to talk about the safety video too. So.
Well, yeah, okay, you can talk about.
No, let the food rip.
Yeah, we'll talk about the safety video last. So the food, we got fed. I don't know, a lot.
Yeah.
We had like breakfast or dinner, breakfast, and a couple snacks. They dished out like normal snacks first. I think they had like
It's like a little snack mix.
pretzels?
It was like a
Or-
Japanese snack
yeah.
mix. So the flight, I mean, you had kind of already mentioned this, but the flight from Chicago to Japan was on the Japanese airline, on Nihon Airline, or whatever it's called, ANA.
Nippon, actually.
Well, they don't pronounce it Nippon.
No, it's two different spellings.
Well,
You can call it Nippon or Nihon.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, because when we were in Japan, like Nippon Bashi was Nippon Bashi sometimes, and some other places it was Nihon Bashi.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a different thing.
Interesting. So it was the Japanese airline. It was just like pretty shocking right away. Like we're sitting in the airport in Chicago, and they start to make announcements in Japanese. And I think I looked over to you guys, and I was just like, "We're cooked."
Yeah, man. Like I get it. You're like, oh, I watch anime in Japanese.
No, I did not at all go in with an expectation that I was going to understand anything.
No, but
It's
like,
just that when it became real, it was like, okay, this is it. We're in it now.
yeah, I
A
thought
little
I would,
earlier
I
than
thought
I
I would
thought.
be able to pick up a little more because I had been doing, some studying of the
Yeah.
language,
Nah,
trying to
it's-
pick up a lot of
it's
phrases,
tough, dude.
which I did end up using them, and we tried to practice a little bit on the flight because all the flight attendants were Japanese. So,
Yeah.
Um,
Regardless, that was kind of my way of saying that the food was going to be Japanese.
yeah, so the food was Japanese. We had a dinner first. Did we take pictures of said dinner?
I definitely didn't.
I think I might have.
I kind of remember what the dinner was. I thought the salad was pretty good.
I don't know. They had like the salad. I
It
put
was that leafy green
dressing on it. I
What's
don't
the
really
leafy
like
green?
salad dressing.
Like I really don't like regular lettuce.
So it
maybe it was
turned out that
arugula.
we did not
It was
take
pretty good.
pictures of the food there.
Yeah.
What was it?
Maybe I did.
When did I have chicken curry? It was on the way back. What did we
Chicken
have on the way
jockey.
there? I think it was like I had beef and rice.
I thought I did. Too.
I don't know if there was any sauce on it. But the beef and rice was great. There was like that salad you had, but then there was all this other group of vegetables, not like a salad. I have no idea what it was. And it wasn't my thing. I've never seen any of these vegetables before in my life. It was kind of nuts. No pictures
It
of
definitely wasn't my thing. No. I've just got
Yeah, I don't know.
sucked in.
I like the second group, the weird group of vegetables though more than the salad. But you know, we're trying to kind of ingratiate into the culture, and they have like a no waste thing, so we had to tank it.
I think the word really before there was integrate.
Integrate. What did I say?
Ingratiate.
What's the
I
difference?
don't even know if that's a word.
No, ingratiate's a word. We wanted to integrate properly. So we ate all our food. Actually, I don't think you finished yours, but what does ingratiate mean?
It's bring oneself into favor with someone by flattering or trying to please them.
Well, there we go. We flattered everybody. I mean, it kind of works.
Like ingratitude, it kind of
by
means
trying
something.
to. I was very, very happy that they fed us on the plane, so I wanted to thank them properly by eating it.
Mad respect.
There was bread, which was good.
The bread was great.
And then they had these like cold, they were like white, almost clear noodles. I don't know if they were somen or soba.
I think it's soba.
I don't know.
I thought it was soba.
Either way, they were cold, and you put like a little sauce in, like a broth in with them, and you mix it up, and it was very good.
That was good, yeah. That was good.
But it was cool, you know. It was like our first almost taste of Japanese food. The beef and rice was very good.
Yeah.
Japanese rice is just so good. I love that you can like just eat it with chopsticks. It's like sticky rice. Oh, I love it. And then they brought us. Did they have? Oh, dude! I almost forgot. Like my endeavors with the wasabi.
Oh yeah, that's when it started. Yeah,
they had wasabi for the beef and rice, and you know, I've really only had wasabi on our cruises at the Japanese restaurant there, and me and my mother, we both like the wasabi a lot, and we'll just put big clumps of it on our like sushi and other stuff. We'll eat it. And so I'm like, all right, I guess like I can just handle wasabi. I have a good tolerance for it. So I put like half of this little tiny packet in the chicken and rice, and I just like, or not chicken and rice, beef and rice, and I just tried some, and I've, you know, I didn't know that wasabi was a different beast. That real wasabi is strong. Like I had a little bit, and it was just like my mouth was burning, my nose was all messed up, my eyes were watering, like I was in physical pain.
Now you went in a little too deep.
And
I'm trying to think. Like, we definitely had some more wasabi along the trip. That was intense. I can remember one instance. It might have been at Sushiro where it wasn't as crazy. The flight might have been the strongest one.
I don't know. When we had Kura sushi, I did the same thing.
Yeah, it was pretty strong there too.
But yeah, so I'm like, I said to like, I don't know if I said it to you or just Mike, and I'm like, dude, I think I just like ate all the wasabi in one bite.
yeah.
Because it burnt me so bad, and then I had the next bite, and it was
it
just
keeps
as bad.
Coming back, yeah.
It like had all mixed in there. Yeah, it was rough. I was fighting for my life a little bit there.
That was one way to learn. That was your big welcome to Japan.
Yeah, but it was good. And then after they brought us some ice cream, some Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Yeah, oh my god, I forgot about that. That was awesome.
How could you forget? It was great. And that was meal one. And then they brought us more snacks later. I don't remember what they gave us breakfast too. I don't remember what breakfast was.
Wasn't that the burrito or is that the way home?
No, burrito was on the way home. Oh, good burrito.
That was pretty good burrito.
Jeez.
What was the bread?
I guess we should have documented.
Oh, we had the chicken curry at some point, didn't we?
That was on the way back.
No, yes, okay.
Jeez. On the way there, we did eat breakfast, and I remember being like, oh, we ate breakfast.
I don't know.
Did we have something with egg?
Yeah, it's definitely something with egg.
Something with egg.
Yeah. It was in a dish with egg. It was chicken and egg.
Okay.
And something else that I didn't
Rice.
eat. Well, yeah, but there was some vegetable or something maybe I didn't eat. Or was it...
No, there was fruit. You didn't eat the fruit.
Was it broccoli?
I don't know. There was fruit.
No, there was something in with the rice and the chicken.
Oh, it might have been like
egg.
Peas or something.
Yeah, peas maybe. I don't know. There was like 6 of them in there or something.
I don't know. I ate it all. There was fruit.
Yeah.
I like the fruit. Fruit for breakfast is quite refreshing. I think there might have been more bread.
Could have been.
And then like also in the middle of the flight.
I did drop one of my butters on the floor, I think.
Yeah, that was on the way
there.
there.
During the bread, yeah.
On the way there, I also ate a Wawa pretzel.
Nice.
So I was extremely full when we landed.
That's probably the furthest a Wawa pretzel has ever traveled.
Yeah, that's what I
said.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture of a Wawa because it was a 2-pack. They didn't have any singles.
Yeah.
I got there was the other one in our hotel room, and I'm like, yeah, this is the furthest one's ever been from home. So do you have anything else to add for our flight?
Yeah, the last thing was just gonna be the safety video right when we got on. Was like all Pokemon, like it was like Lucario sitting in the flight seat. And
Yeah, I
helping
have
him
that
with
chair about returning your
Yeah, that's a
table.
picture I have too.
A Farfetch trying to put a leak in the
Overhead,
storage.
So I thought that was really cool. And then when we landed, there was another ANA plane next to us, and that was like all decked out with Pokemon on it.
The Animalga.
And I was like a little bit jealous. It was really
and then they
cool.
had like a video for the airport, for like navigating the airport. They put on the
True,
plane,
and that was all
about like a
Pokemon,
Pikachu
Pikachu, yeah.
reuniting with I guess its owner. I don't know. It was adorable.
Yeah, so we landed. I
might
have
be
to
a
say,
couple
I was gonna say,
parter.
I was trying to say that when you were talking about the food. It's gonna be like a 6-parter if we spent 20 minutes on the flight there alone.
But that's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, with us, jeez, I'm tired. With us being away for, almost a month, obviously we're a little behind on anime, so this is what we have to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to hear you from over there.
That's why I'm talking loud. I do think
Quick water break.
we won't do all these parts back to back. I certainly do want to get out a video talking about things to look forward to with the fall season.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't want to fall behind and not watch any of those shows.
No, I do agree.
Especially with the second annual Super Anime Bros. I forget what our awards are called. The Super Anime Bros Award.
The Super Anime Awards, I think.
No, I think it was like a really long title.
I think it's the Super Anime Awards presented by the Super Anime Bros.
Yeah, that sounds right. With those coming up,
my brainchild.
we certainly want to give all the competitors a fair chance.
Definitely. But we shouldn't. I don't want this to take 2 months to get through all the story. So we'll find a healthy balance for you all.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was, I don't know.
So we
technically
land
day
in
one.
Japan.
It was technically day one and most of day two.
Yeah, essentially.
Because we landed in Japan that night. We left on Sunday at like 10 in the morning. We landed at like Monday at like 9 at night.
Yeah.
So yeah, we landed in Haneda Airport. Very nice airport, by the way. I got to see the world famous Japanese airport bathrooms.
World famous.
I don't know. I've heard a lot about them.
I hadn't. Was it good?
Yeah, it was nice. It was clean. The stalls were nice. Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
It wasn't just a hole in the ground?
Nah, we saw those later though. It's really weird. Their toilets are like both ends of the spectrum. Like the fanciest thing you'll ever see, with like a seat that automatically lifts up, heated seats, and then like you'll just go to like some crappy arcade, and there'll just be like a hole in the ground.
They had that at an arcade?
Yeah, one in Ikebukuro.
Oh, I felt like that was mostly like street.
Oh yeah, I saw one at the arcade in Ikebukuro, the one on the west side that we went to.
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah. Where we played the racing game.
Mm.
Gotcha. Yeah, so when we arrived to Japan, we picked up another one of our buddies, Ant, King of Japan. That what a great way to describe him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even though we had just been on a flight for what felt like a full day, we had a little bit of adventure in us. So, what's the first place you should go when you get to Japan?
We went to the konbini, as they call it, the convenience store. It was cool. We took like a short little train ride there. That was my first experience with riding the rails.
Yeah, it was good to get a little bit of experience.
Yeah,
there.
Especially with Ant there to help navigate us.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it was wonderful. So yeah, we went to 7-Eleven. We all wanted to try pudding, so we tried their pudding. Did you get anything else to eat?
I don't think so.
I think I only got a pudding and then a Pocari Sweat to drink.
Yeah, might have gotten the water. But, because of the standards in Japan and how they do things, we couldn't eat them right away. We had to take them somewhere to eat them, which ended up being our hotel room.
Yeah, we just took them back home and ate some pudding.
I was disappointed in the pudding. It always looks so good. And I think part of it was that I had held it in my hand for a half hour, and it was like a little bit warm and like gross. So it was all right. It was an underwhelming start to what would have been a pretty awesome trip food wise. Other than that,
Yeah, I don't know. The pudding wasn't my favorite, but it's, I didn't expect it to be like American pudding, or I don't know where pudding comes from. Like the pudding we have in America.
me neither. I thought. And it was like custardy.
Yeah, it was
Um,
like, I don't know, because it like would hold its shape a little bit. Like our pudding is more liquidy.
Mine didn't really hold its shape because
Well, that's
I
because
think
yours
the
was too
warmth.
hot.
But that was the first interaction we had with Japanese sweets, and I think that it became evident pretty quickly there and then throughout the rest of the trip that as much as there is a focus on sweets, and there certainly are some that are really sweet,
Yeah.
generally things were a lot less sweet than they are here in the States. Which, as a lover of sweets, was a little bit jarring, but probably is a good thing that it's not as sweet. You know, probably a little healthier for you.
Yeah, I'd say definitely healthier. Yeah, because I ate a lot of sweets, and when I got back on the scale, I wasn't really disappointed. So
That's good. That's good.
So I definitely think that adds to, a little bit of a, not healthiness, but it makes it less bad because they're not putting as much sugar and fake crap in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Which does make it taste a little less good too, though.
But yeah, 7-Eleven overall, like, very famous in Japan for just the quality. Oh, the convenience stores as a whole. 7-Eleven is just one that we're familiar with because we have it in the States as well. And it's just night and day different than what we have, like so much fresh food, fresh pastries, meals that you can heat up, hot food that's actually good and
fresh.
yeah,
It's
fresh.
not like, you get a 7-Eleven, you see like a hot dog that's been rolling on the warmer for like 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh, maybe I'll go for it. Like, you don't have to worry about the food not being fresh.
Yeah, it really was pretty cool to experience. Like something we knew going into the trip was going to be cool, and it was awesome to experience that right away. It just kind of felt like, okay, we're here now, So that was great. How'd you sleep that first night in the hotel?
A little bit. When we got back to the hotel after the pudding, I did take a little
After the
bath.
pudding, yeah.
Yeah,
You're a big bath guy on the trip.
Once again, I'm trying to integrate into the culture.
Yeah, when
and
in
they
Rome.
certainly do have a bathing culture. So I took a nice bath, tried to relax a little bit, but I didn't sleep well. That's actually the first entry I have in my journal
Really?
for that day.
Did not
is
sleep well.
It's 7 a.m. I didn't get much sleep.
Gotcha.
Super excited though is what I said. So
That's great.
we all got ready to go. You guys both had to shower. I was already bathed from last night, so I just kind of sat, wrote down in my journal, and just looked out the window at the traffic to see how different the cars looked.
Yeah.
Everything's a lot stuff is like cute little boxy cars.
So many boxy cars, dude. Everything's boxy.
Yeah, even the cats.
Like they make so many cool cars in Japan, but the majority of the public that drives just drives boxes.
Yeah. I mean, plenty of sedans too, though.
Mostly boxes.
A lot of boxes. But even I saw later, the trucks, the work trucks, the garbage trucks are smaller than stuff smaller than the van I drive at work. It's so strange. And I think that's a lot of countries, not just Japan. The vehicles are much smaller.
And more boxy.
Yeah, they were very boxy, but that's just K cars are extremely boxy. K cars really can't be a thing in America because you'll just get, dead if there's if you get hit by a pickup truck. With all the cars smaller, they don't need to be as big to be safe.
With all the cars smaller, they don't.
Yeah,
because
because all the cars are smaller. They
I
don't need to
understand
be
what
big
you're
to
saying. I
keep you
just-
safe.
That statement was funny.
You can't drive a K car in America.
Well, yeah, if you don't crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice to have our first hotel was right at the airport. That was really, really sweet. And from there we moved on to Ikebukuro in Tokyo, our first stop. And right away, leaving pretty early in the morning, we were introduced to rush hour on the trains.
Yeah, it sucked.
It was wild. They they pack onto them trains, man.
Yeah, it was tight. I remember it being especially frustrating with our
Yeah, it was
suitcases.
definitely.
But
definitely
honestly,
a
I
lot.
expected it to be like worse. I expected us not even be able to get on a train. So it went better than I expected.
Yeah, I thought it went fine. It was tight. Um,
Yeah, and it was new.
for sure. By the end we were pros.
Like, it
So
is what it is.
it definitely was a new experience for sure. And then we arrived into the beautiful part of Tokyo where we spent our first week or so. Ikebukuro.
Yeah.
What a place it was.
Yeah. When we were planning the trip, we intended to stay the first leg of the trip in either Shinjuku or Shibuya. Because, they're usually considered like the big hubs in Tokyo. There's like the most stuff to do, a lot of famous sites, very crowded.
Very crowded.
So I am extremely glad that we did stay in Ikebukuro. It ended up being my favorite location we stayed. But the hotel room was fine. The hotel itself I really liked. It was quiet.
It was yeah.
And I don't know. I was gonna say the amenities were good. They were good everywhere.
Yeah, you're a big amenity guy.
But there was a door from the hotel into a Family Mart that was right on the street there.
Yeah, that was very
Which
nice.
Family Mart quickly became my favorite convenience store.
I wonder why.
So that was quite convenient, and there was
why it's in the name.
some vending machines right in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
And the staff was very nice. So that ended up probably being my favorite hotel experience. And also, probably the most important part, it was like 3 minutes away from the station.
Yeah, we were so
So like
close.
the walk to the station, it was so convenient.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the hotels we were at wasn't more than like a 10-minute walk, so it really was never bad. But starting off with the ease of being that close to the station was, it spoiled us a little bit, I think.
It did. I'm very glad when we did the hotel search process that we sorted by close to the station. I said, hey, we should pick one really close. And I'm glad we ended up picking some that were at most 10 minutes away.
Yeah, no, that was definitely smart. Worked out really well for us.
Yeah, but Ikebukuro, what a great location.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. We tried to pick out places that could sort of act as hubs, for easy travel throughout the city. And this worked out really well. Not only being so close to the station, but just being one of the larger stations, honestly, and having trains everywhere. It was great. It really, I do agree with you that it was such an awesome locale. That first day.
Yeah, it might have been our first full day. It might have been my favorite day. I just the vibes were immaculate. I think it's also because how exciting it was to be there and it be actually real.
Yeah.
This place that you've seen countless times in anime, and something I've been excited about experiencing for a greater part of 2 years.
Yeah, we had been planning
We've
this
been
for
in
a very
talks.
long time. It's true.
So that was pretty special to me. And Ikebukuro was how I picture a Japanese city. It was nothing like the cities at home, architecturally and just the design,
For sure. I think a lot of Tokyo, the way they built it was just however they wanted, and you kind of build the roads through that. Whereas most of our cities here are all grid systems and they're very structured like that, which I do think has its benefits. But this was very, very different. Yeah. It was great. And for me, this first day, shopping was one of the things I was most excited about, just because of how plentiful all the things that I really enjoy are there. So whether it's anime stuff, figures, just overall anime things, and then also cards, trading cards. They were everywhere, especially in Ikebukuro. It is one of the biggest anime hubs in the city, other than the final destination we had, which we'll get to eventually. So yeah, it was great. We started our day at the Pokemon Center. Remember that?
Yeah, we went to a big shopping mall
Yeah.
in Ikebukuro, and they had
Yeah.
a Pokemon Center there. Did we go right after it opened?
Yeah, we were there as it pretty much.
It was pretty crowded, was my first thought. I learned later that it was one of the less crowded ones.
Yeah.
But my first thought was, man, this is crowded. But, we had seen pictures and videos of the Pokemon centers, but it's crazy to see in real life just all this Pokemon stuff in one location, all these people buying it. Like, it just, it's such a part of the culture there. I know Pokemon's the most, popular franchise in the world, but, I don't know, it's crazy to see just a whole Pokemon store.
Yeah, it was amazing. We ended up going to quite a few Pokemon centers we'll get to as we go along. This first one was pretty awesome. And it was before I'd really let the floodgates loose on what I was buying. So I was pretty picky. So we got a few things there. But it was just so cool. And one thing that I had said, I don't even know when I noticed it, but I had said to you guys with specifically the Pokemon plushies, they've got these little plushes of almost any Pokemon you could think of. A bunch were sold out, which hurt for me when I later in the trip decided I was going to just buy a million of them. But they still had plenty to choose from, right? So, just watching people go and buy Pokemon that I would never feel any sort of thing for, every Pokemon somebody's favorite Pokemon, and I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, when I rolled up to the one later, and I'm like, I want this Roggenrola.
Exactly, who would think?
This guy likes Roggenrola.
No, but I think that's a great example of it. Just that was really cool. That was kind of heartwarming. But yeah, just the amount of hype that went into the Pokemon centers just for me. It did not disappoint at all throughout the trip. This one was an awesome start.
Yeah, it was cool. I remember the line being a little long, but
it was one of the longer lines I waited in.
But the traffic in the store didn't feel that bad.
Yeah,
I've had ones that where their traffic was worse, but the line. I don't know.
It was
they
a pretty
still
big
had
store.
8 or 9 cashiers. It was crazy to see more cashiers rolling at the Pokemon Center than I go when I see it Walmart or just Walmart's notorious for having one register open. But if I go to a grocery store, there would be 5 registers open. This had more cashiers than a grocery store.
Yeah, a lot of places. No, it's true. That's true. I feel like I had one more thought about the Pokemon Center. I forget. Oh, I mean, this was. I guess we had checked out with somebody the night before at the 7-Eleven, but this was the first interaction I was going to try to have with the cashier. And I was really nervous for it. Just not knowing what to say and all. But we got there eventually.
Yeah, and I mean the cashiers at the Pokemon Center were consistently, I'd say, above average nice. At least in my experience.
Yeah, no, they were all pleasant.
I only experienced one unpleasant person ringing me up. We'll get to that later, I guess.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, in one of the other convenience stores. But yeah, so the Pokemon Center is awesome. After that, we went to where did we go next? I guess was the One Piece store, the Mugiwara store. That's another chain, much like the Pokemon Center. It's not as big and as hyped.
Nothing is.
But it was pretty cool, me as an avid One Piece fan to just see. Once again, the Pokemon Center, just a whole store of something you love. It's you see a store and just it's you see your exact style.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I ended up getting one manga volume just because I like the cover, and the manga there is cheap, very cheap, which we'll get to in a couple minutes, I guess. We talk about your experiences at the book off.
Yeah.
That was the first day too. We did a very busy day this day of shopping and just exploring. But yeah, since the manga was cheap, I got a cool volume that had the whole Worst Generation on it. It was cool. I went up to check out though, and she's like, "This is volume I don't know, it's 50 something." And I'm like, "Yep."
Yep.
And she's like, "Japanese." I'm like,
Yep.
I'm like, "Thank you for looking out," but I didn't expect to be buying much, if any, English manga. But with the pricing, it's just it was worth it just to have the cool cover.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, the One Piece store is pretty awesome. They have a lot of things are stationary,
Yeah,
and
I bought
like
a pen.
stickers and
The
pens
pen I bought was very cool, but I didn't end up buying that much actually
and
at the one.
plushies.
I think that might have been the only like thing I bought from the one. I think I only bought stuff from that first One Piece store. I think the other ones
It's
I just
not
looked
true.
around. And I bought stuff from.
Yeah,
that
I
One
mean,
Piece
I
store?
remember waiting in the line with you at the one.
Was that not a jump store?
Nah, there was another One Piece store for
All
sure.
right, we'll talk about it
We'll
later.
figure-
I
yeah,
definitely
when we get
didn't
there.
write it down.
Yeah.
My
That was on the
journal.
second half of the trip.
My
I think.
journal.
That might have
I
even
took,
been
it
in
got, like,
Osaka.
a lot less detailed as we went.
Well, yeah, just as days went in between, right?
Yeah, like I didn't write down. Yeah, so that was really good. We went to that mall. We went to the Pokemon Sweets store after.
Yeah.
I got this Pikachu-shaped waffle, which at first I was like, all right, it's kind of mid. Like they had chocolate on the top of the ears, but the lower you got, it was like honey.
Yeah, it was tasty, dude.
And yeah, I started enjoying it a lot more. The other cool thing, though, real quick about the One Piece stores, most of them have like Luffy statues, and they're all like doing different poses and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I got a little picture of you with Luffy.
Yeah, it's the same picture I was just looking at. So we ate this waffle, and yeah, it was great. Was that? Yeah, and then we did one other store before we went onto their observation tower. We went to a Bandai Namco store.
Yeah, that was great.
It wasn't really a store; it was like a whole floor. It was like a whole mall, basically.
It was a lot, yeah. So there was like,
There was a huge just area of just gachapons,
Yeah.
which are those little like capsule toys with like usually like a keychain or a little figure in them. So that was pretty exciting to see. Had we gone there later in the trip, I would have bought more. I didn't get too many at the beginning.
yeah, but it was so early.
Yeah, I was really trying to hold back a little bit, but gashas were actually a pretty big part of our trip.
They
We did
really
a lot
were,
of,
yeah.
especially in Ikebukuro. We were at a gasha place at least once or twice a day.
We really were, yeah. Well, there was the one like right by the hotel.
Yeah. Another nice thing about the gachapon machines or the locations is they have money exchangers.
Yeah.
Because at the ATMs you could only get 10,000 yen notes, and they were a great place to break them because you could put a 10,000 in, you would get 9,000 in cash and 1,000 in coins, which was great because I don't like breaking big bills everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't realize like I had broken a big bill at the first 7-Eleven that first night, and I'm like, I didn't realize how much money I just gave this guy over, a $1.
Yeah,
pudding.
somebody who's worked at a convenience store and done plenty of hours behind the register. It really sucks when somebody gives you like $100 for like $2 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
So I tried to break my bills. I found it a little easier to manage that way too. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Somewhere in the Namco store, they were just doing in that floor, they were doing an Attack on Titan collaboration. So I got like a picture of all these cardboard cutouts and things. Then they had some kind of game they were doing. Me and Mike were trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
Because it was like people going into like booths. It looked like they were going in like voting booths, and we translated a sign, and I guess it was like some scout game.
Interesting.
Had it been later on the trip, I think we might have, or at least I might have considered trying to do it, but I was still pretty shy back then.
Yeah. We get
what
to
else
come
did
out
we
of the
do?
show.
Oh, I got my picture with Lilisa from 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. They just had a random cardboard cutout of her sitting in the store,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, she's here.
Yeah, it was a pretty popular show over there, it seemed.
Yeah, I did see a lot of it. But that was just a crazy store. I think you got like cards or something.
Yeah, I
there.
got a few cards.
I don't think I got anything besides some capsules, but like I said, if it was later on the trip, I definitely would have picked up some cool stuff. After that, we went to an observation deck. It was on the 60th floor of this mall.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how much different stuff there is just in one place. Like,
It really
we have,
is, yeah.
a very big shopping mall not far from us, but, like, it's just so different. Like, there was, like, convenience stores in the shopping mall, like a whole floor of restaurants. It's crazy. It's just so different.
Yeah, it really is.
And then just,
It was cool.
I don't know what was on the other, like, 50 floors that you can't go on there. Maybe offices or something.
Yeah, who's
But they
to
have
say?
an observation deck on the 60th floor. And, this was our first of many high places we got to view the city from, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cloudy that day, but
Yeah, it's cloudy a lot. in
yeah, I mean
Tokyo.
it's like an archipelago, so an island. It was really cool to see, and with our new phones, they take great pictures, so that's pretty cool to look on now. But like just looking at the city was very, very cool to me, almost surreal to me. Because me, I'm a model train enthusiast.
Yeah.
I love looking at
I didn't know where you were going with that. It's so funny.
I love miniature dioramas and stuff like that. Just looking at like models of the city. I like obviously the ones with like moving parts are cool. Like when they have ones with trains or cars and stuff like that. So it was like that, but it was real life.
It was real.
Well, scale wise, it was smaller, but like just being able to like watch, hey, look, there's a train going down there. Look at all these cars and just all these buildings. How many people? And this is just one like city in Tokyo. It's just,
One piece of the city.
yeah, it's just it's really crazy how big this place really was. There was some incineration tower we took pictures of. We got to see it later. It was kind of how we figured out where Ikebukuro was.
So true.
I don't know what an incineration tower is there.
I believe it burns trash.
I mean, I would hope so.
I
But like, it's really weird to have like
don't want them to burn
have like
trash.
a 60-floor trash burning place in the middle of the city.
Well, maybe that's,
I guess,
how they get
but
rid
they
of
do.
some of the
I mean, they
garbage.
have their trash separately. Like they have recycling, like plastic bottles, like maybe metal too. But then they have trash, and then they have combustible trash. So they do burn trash. They just burn combustible stuff like paper. I don't know, not plastic, but paper basically. I don't know what else is combustible trash.
Wow. I'm looking at this one picture, and it's like toward the direction of our hotel, and I didn't even realize it. Like, there's the...
Yeah, it's right near our stuff. They were also doing a Demon Slayer event in this observation tower. So
That's
that was
true,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
that was cool.
I took a little picture. They
I
had
know
like
you're
a
like
big,
the number one Demon Slayer
a
fan.
big. I like Shinobu. They had a big Shinobu sticker on one of the windows. That was pretty cool.
You
They had
should
cutouts of a lot of the guys.
don't watch the movie.
But yeah, I guess that's why they were doing it. The movie did just come out not long ago at the time. So that was pretty cool. But we did do plenty of other observation towers as we went on. But this one was cool just because it was the first,
For sure, it was really special.
Anything else you want to add about the shopping mall?
No, I don't think so. It was a really, really awesome place to start. Just the last thought on the observation tower. It is
Yeah.
just, I mean, you're up there looking at the city, and it just goes on. I mean, for what feels like infinity, it really is nuts how big this city is, and how densely it's packed with people, but also just buildings and huge buildings at that. It really, really is unbelievable. And coming from suburbia, it's just so different. It really is. It was very special, like you had said. It really was. It's just cool. Like I'm just looking at these photos and zooming in on things and seeing like, oh,
yeah,
wow,
it's like
I
you can just
recognize
zoom in
that
on
from-
something different every time.
Yeah, there's
You'll
just so
see.
much.
It's like, I don't know. It's crazy how many people are there.
Yeah, no, but it was awesome. It really was.
All right, so we left the shopping mall then after. We were there for a while,
Yeah,
but after that we went and grabbed some lunch. And Aunt brought us to the King of Japan brought us to Kura Sushi, which is a revolving sushi place.
Ended up
Now
being
they
one of
do
your
actually
favorites, huh?
have some Kuras in America. They have a Kura Sushi in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool that it's like a chain that's actually come to America a little bit. But
I wonder if the quality's the same.
probably not. I know it's more expensive too.
Oh man.
But Kura Sushi, man, like sushi isn't my favorite food, and this was my
Could
only
have fooled me.
my only my second time at this point having nigiri, which is just the sushi that's just a piece of fish on rice, and as spending 22 years of my life hating fish. Well, I guess not 22, probably like 17, 18. Like I probably was indifferent on it when I was like 2. But spending most of my life hating fish, it was crazy for me to be like excited about having sushi. But it's just that authentic Japan experience. And the sushi was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But what made Kora special for me was just the experience. So at the conveyor belt sushi place, at both chains we went to, you sit down at a table. In our case, we were in a booth, and at one end of the booth, there's, instead of a wall, there's 2 conveyor belts.
Yeah.
There's one on the bottom that constantly moves.
Yep.
And there's just different sushi, and yeah, it's just sushi on the bottom
Yeah.
one that goes around. And if there's something you like, you just grab it right off the conveyor belt. And that's pretty cool. We didn't really end up doing that much, though.
No.
But then you also get a tablet at your table, and you can just order whatever you want. And then that shows up on the top conveyor belt and comes right to your table. And nobody else can snag it.
Uh-huh.
That may be kind of funny, but yeah, it's such a fun food experience, and all the plates are like kind of small and very cheap.
Yeah.
So like you can just try everything. Like I was excited. Like I went first. I'm like, I don't know what to get.
I'm gonna get everything.
I got like one like tuna sushi and like one salmon. It's like 2 plates, and then I saw like and like they were just getting like 4 or 5 plates of food at once. I'm like, it's a different strategy.
Yeah, it is.
I would just finish one thing and then order the next. Finish one thing, order the next. And they did have more than just that kind of sushi. You got some sushi rolls.
Yeah, for me, like, I don't like just the fish on top of the bed of rice at all. But I could eat, I feel like, almost anything in a sushi roll with the rice and the seaweed wrapped around it. So yeah, that's what I largely stuck with. They really only had a few options, so I just kept getting the raw tuna, which still, like, I ate all raw fish. It's still something, right?
Yeah, it's just a small piece. I stuck to just really mostly tuna and salmon. That's what I know I like.
Yeah.
I don't like shrimp.
Yeah, see, shrimp was actually one later in the trip, was one that I did have.
And then I had
with just the shrimp on top.
I had yellowtail before on a cruise, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So I stuck, with the 2. They're the 2 like staples of sushi, though. They had a ton of different kinds. I just got usually the basic. One time I got like different aged or marinated tuna or sushi, or tuna or salmon, and that was really good. But it was cool that they had like plenty of other non-sushi things. Well, not plenty, but some non-sushi items too. Yeah. They had like ramen and udon. We never even ended up trying that.
No.
But they had chicken, was like popcorn chicken that was really good.
Yeah.
And then what was one of the ones had like just crispy chicken?
Yeah, so a few of them had that. My favorite one, chicken-wise, was at when we went to a few days later, or 2 days. I don't even remember.
I didn't have that. It was like Taiwanese chicken.
Yeah,
right?
Taiwanese chicken, and the breading was such a unique flavor. That was delicious. It seemed like some of the kuras had just a few different options.
I think that's kind of cool. I think maybe they also have just like different options like this week or this month. You never know. So that was pretty cool.
I think it's locations because we were there. Well, yeah, I mean we were there in a span of 3 weeks.
I guess.
I don't think it's changing every week.
Yeah. No. I mean, it might do like some of both.
It's possible for sure.
I don't know.
Who's to say?
But they also have a game you can play on the tablet based on how many plates of food you put back into the dispenser.
Yeah.
And you get to like it plays like a little animation, and if you win, you get like a little gashapon. And we did end up winning eventually, and it was like a cute pin or something.
After many tries, yeah.
But it just, I don't know, like it works. Like the amount of extra plates of food we got to play these games, like it is an effective sales strategy.
Yeah.
But it just adds a little extra element of fun there that, like, something like that could just never be a thing in America.
No, it really was just an engaging experience overall. I think.
Between being able to it was fun. It was fun. They also had on the bottom conveyor belt just this
I forgot about this
other tablet that was just opened with like a cat on the screen, and we didn't know what was going on, and then apparently if you smile, it's like a sad cat, but if you smile at the cat, it smiles back at you, and that was very fun. Me and Mike were especially involved with that. Every time we would go by, I'd be like, dial in. We'd make him smile.
Yeah, that was funny. That was really only at the first one, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he only comes out certain days.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the lore there, but it was certainly another unexpected element that made it more engaging.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I did have another incident with the wasabi.
Just in case the plane was a fluke.
Yeah, I mean, like this picture I have, it doesn't look like much, but apparently it is. But yeah, I was very big on the wasabi at Kura. I like wasabi. It's kind of fun. You know, I don't really traditionally like your spicy food, but wasabi for me, it hits. It's fun. I think what I don't like about spicy food is just the lingering after. Wasabi doesn't linger for more than a minute, you know? Like
I
it's just
guess,
gone.
yeah.
Like spicy food will just keep going.
Yeah, it'll just
until
kind
you
of burn
drink
your
something.
mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Wasabi for me is a different kind of burn, one that I enjoy.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually.
But yeah, the wasabi was good. Their soy sauce was good. It was just a fun experience. So I think we had enough fun because we ended up going back to like 3 other Kuras.
Yeah, we were there
and then
pretty
we tried
consistently.
another
It was
chain
good.
that they had later in the trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after lunch, we went back out to the shopping.
Shot till you drop, baby.
I think we went to Book Off before we went to the anime store.
Yeah,
we
did.
went to Book Off, which is I don't want to call it a thrift store. It's like
just
a secondhand
store.
store.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't have clothes at the Book Off.
Not all of them. They did at the one.
At the one we
Book
went
Off
to.
Plus.
Yeah. So they didn't have clothes. So it's really just like secondhand items, which is another thing we don't really have. Like big thrift stores are really just clothes and like furniture.
Yeah, definitely a lot of clothes.
But mostly clothes. And, you know, thrifting's become pretty popular in certain circles these days.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool to do our Japanese thrifting.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like thrifting because we were just buying the same stuff that looked pretty much brand new.
Well, I did buy 1 or 2 books that were brand new at Book Off.
Yeah, they had brand new books?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went a little nuts there with the books.
I wouldn't call it a little nuts. It was like 10 books.
Yeah, well, the only reason why I would say that is because you can't read them.
Wow, whatever.
But I think it's cool as a collector's item. Like I did
learn.
buy the collector's. Well, it was just a normal One Piece manga. For me, it's a collector's edition. And then I bought the first book of the quintuplets because it was like $2. And then I bought the last book of the quintuplets in color because I guess they did end up releasing all the books in color.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to have.
Yeah.
And once again, it was like $3.
Yeah.
It's like I could see why like you would if I was fluent in Japanese, I would have bought the whole store.
Yeah, I mean, like, so like I said, I ended up buying about 10 books. Some of them were like $1. It was insane. But what I thought was really cool was they had like a section with like almost collections, and they had one big giant thing of One Piece taped up. It was like the first 100 books, and like
Yeah, that'll get you almost caught up with the
and it was just an insane price. It was so cheap. I think it was under $200. It was so cheap.
Yeah, I mean it's like $8 to $10 cheaper than buying manga in America.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like if I was, living over there and I was a One Piece fan, like that would have been a gold mine.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, I did enjoy Book
I don't
Off
think.
a lot.
Oh, you know what? I did end up buying a model car of not a model car, like a Tomiko is the brand. It's like almost like a Hot Wheel, but a little nicer of Case Gay's car from Initial D.
Yeah, that book. Like I forgot there was even other things other than books in that Book Off.
Yeah, that one actually had like a model train section. I wasn't bold enough to ask for help getting stuff from the case at the time, so I didn't really get to.
Yeah, we got
check it
there
out to
though. I'll
its
tell you that
fullest.
much. See, when you see something you can't leave
Yeah.
without.
Yeah, I was trying not to buy much
Gotta
in
figure it out.
Ikebukuro, but the problem was Ikebukuro was like the shopping was really good too.
It was great. Yeah.
Like it wasn't. They didn't have as much different stuff as Akihabara.
I mean,
but
yeah, Akihabara was.
it was a different beast.
Brilliant.
But Ikebukuro was really cool. I think Ikebukuro had the best like blend though for me of stuff like between the shopping, arcades, not being too crowded.
Yeah, I mean it was great all around. It really
Yeah.
was. And then like we said, the ease of the travel was
So
pretty fantastic.
yeah, we finished the book off. After that, we went to an Animate, which is a chain place in Tokyo of just 6 floors of. What are you doing? Like 6 floors of
6 floors what?
of anime stuff.
Yeah, anime was really cool. I ended up getting some cards there and some little figures. There was just so much stuff.
They just had like in the one floor just a random corner with just like basically a shrine to Blue
Yeah, I
Box.
think it was just one of those collaborations.
Yeah, so I got a picture with Hina, best girl.
Not true.
Yeah, to me she is, and that was pretty cool. And then I bought some Yotsuba merch at the Animate because they just had a whole quintessential quintuplets
Dude,
collection.
there's just so much quintuplets in Japan.
Yeah, it was like home.
Every
to me.
store had such a large section.
Pretty much
store.
any store that had anime gear had quintuplet stuff.
Yeah,
like I
it
remember,
was unbelievable.
the book off was like the first experience with that when we were in the figure section and they just had dozens and dozens
So many, dude.
quintuplets figures.
It's wild.
Yeah, I didn't realize how famous they were. They're like
everywhere.
rock stars,
Yeah, they are. They are like rock stars.
I didn't see any like cardboard cutouts. There was a Miku I got a picture with, but I wanted to get more pictures with the cutouts.
Yeah, I mean there weren't any like big collaborations while we were there. I think the collabs are usually where there's the cutouts.
Yeah, there hasn't been any new stuff since I don't know when the honeymoon stuff came out this year. So,
I feel like I had one more thought on anime before we went to.
yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of floors.
It was. Oh, they have so many like keychains and just like acrylic little standees, like the little stands.
Yeah,
that is like such a large margin of their things and collectibles in the store. It really is interesting to
at
me.
the last Animate we went to, or I think it was Animate. I ended up buying a couple of those. It made me up. Like I kind of wish I was checking them out before. I'm like, I don't need that. But then I'm like, this was like it's like a great item.
I need that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's perfect. I didn't want to bring home big old figures.
Big old figures.
They're in like 2 or 3 pieces. The stands, so they fit flat. They were like a great thing to bring home. I should have got more. They were cool.
Yeah, they are.
They were cool.
They are cool.
I did get some Yotsuba chopsticks and a microfiber cloth because hand towels were in short supply there. I actually never used it. I'm like, I don't want to soil my Yotsuba cloth, so I think I'm just going to use it for like cleaning my glasses.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But that was just so crazy to see all the Quince merch.
Indeed.
Because the anime didn't have like the largest variety of like obscure shows.
No.
But like a Quince section in a store is just something I didn't know I needed. But now it's like what's life without it?
Yeah, what are you gonna do without it now? It's crazy.
I just want to go back and then just stand there. It's like being it just feels like home to me.
Yeah.
The quintuplet section.
Yeah.
So. What did we do for dinner that night?
I have no idea.
I
don't even did we even eat dinner?
No, we had sushi later. I have no idea.
I mean, you were the guy keeping the log.
I didn't know I should have been keeping log. Maybe we didn't, because judging by the pictures, they were at like 2-3 o'clock. So I don't know what we had for dinner that night. We must have eaten something.
Maybe we ate at Family Mart. Was that our first Family Chicky?
Yeah, we did have Family Chicky in the morning.
Oh. Then I don't know.
I don't know. We might have eaten dinner that night. We might not have. But we ventured back out later in the night to tackle the arcades. And, how did that go, man?
It was so good.
The arcades were cool.
The arcade was awesome.
We went to, 3 of them. The round one was a little disappointing.
That one in particular was,
yeah. I don't know. They didn't have a ton of stuff that was, in the claw machines that was doing anything for me. Because we did stick a lot to the claw machines. I ended up playing, a rhythm game later, which was fun.
Yeah, the claws were great.
But the highlight of the night was this Pot of Greed plushie that we passed, and I don't know how familiar you guys are with the Pot of Greed, but it lets you draw 3 additional cards from your deck in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, I think it's 2 technically.
Well, it is what it do. But there's this very funny video about the Pot of Greed on YouTube. Look it up if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, please do.
Like anybody who's I don't know how you could not have seen the Pot of Greed video and be watching an anime pod or listening to an anime podcast.
Yeah.
But we saw this little Pot of Greed. It's just like looking at you. In this almost not a claw machine. It's like
it's one of, like they have so many that are like kind of claw machines but adjacent.
Yeah. Like
Just
it
like
works
games.
like a claw machine. You have to like press like over and then you move up. They didn't have like a lot of the machines were like that versus the ones where you have just the claw you can move around
Yes,
as well.
yeah, you get one up
Which
one side.
those ones almost make me feel a little better because then it's like, all right, so it is more skill based.
Yeah, than just luck.
More so, yeah, because the other ones that it's just like when it's the easiest thing to grab, it's just then luck.
Yeah.
So that made me feel a little better. So it was like the head of a claw machine, but it had this rope with a little hoop, little ring on it, and you had to get this ring to pull on like I don't know, this little piece of plastic, and if you pull that, if you pull this lever with the ring, it makes the platform fall, and you see the item, and the item falls down. Into the collection area.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to know how much money we spent.
It wasn't that much.
It was so much fun. I don't care how much money it was.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that much.
Because it was just fun, like just watching.
It was 100 yen to play.
Watching
Like,
us
it was
get
cheap.
addicted. Like I'd be like, this is my last shot, and then I'd go like 5 more times, and he'd be like, you know what, dude, I'm done after this one.
Yeah, I
then-
wasn't gonna be done until.
And
we
then
got it.
even Mike hopped in and it's like, all right. And then we'd like go back to the machine. I'd be like, watch the machine while I go get more coins.
Yeah.
We'd go get more coins. And we went at this for like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we gave up. We gave up. We left the Pot of Greed and we ventured on to a different floor and we found an initial D-Racing game, which...
That was so much fun.
Is that the one with the broken shifter?
Yeah, that sucked.
They had a bunch of different initial D games, which was cool. Which, I don't know if this one did. A couple of them had, like, actual English text, which made it a lot easier to navigate the
Yeah, I
menus.
don't remember any with English text.
I don't know. This one has continue. I don't know. Some of them did. So that was cool. And then after we played the initial D, we went back up and played more Pot of Greed. And at some point, some guy on the machine next to us, we watched him just go in with one coin and just pull it perfectly. And that was all the confirmation we needed that this would be possible.
Yeah.
We would have gotten it much earlier, but the structure of the Pot of Greed was a little problematic.
He is a big boy.
With
in
the
there.
handle on the left side, the handle of the pot was blocking the hook. So it was bad.
No, yeah, it was a challenging maneuver for sure.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't want to know how many coins we spent, but that's not important.
Like I said, I don't.
It was
think
one of my
that bad.
most fun moments of the trip. So
I don't think it was that much.
no. So I got the hook around the lever. I pulled the lever. The platform dropped out, and the big old Pot of Greed got stuck, and it didn't fall down.
Yep.
And that was, I didn't realize getting the thing to fall was the easier part of the challenge. Because now here we are faced with get help.
Yeah.
And I don't like doing get help.
Nah, most little brothers don't.
Especially not when I don't speak the language.
Yeah.
So, like, we just, like, waited. I'm like, all right, I don't want to leave and find a person. And I don't know how to bring somebody over to me if I go walk over to somebody. So we waited eventually. We saw a couple people, like, pass by. There's, like, some girl helping other people. I'm like, we'll grab her after she's done. But then she walked away. But then a guy walked past, and I'm like, sumimasen. And then he, like, comes over. And then I, like, point at the Pot of Greed that's stuck in the machine.
Yeah.
And then he, like, laughs.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, we're good. And then he opens the machine, gives me the Pot of Greed. And I pick up the Pot of Greed. And it occurs to me that there are straps on the bottom and a spot in the middle for you to put your head. And apparently this particular Pot of Greed is a hat. And I that really made my day. It made the trip.
Yeah.
Getting that out of the hat this picture I have.
Yeah,
When I first put the pot of greed out, I think this is the happiest I've ever been.
I've
in
never
life.
seen you smile like that before.
I've actually had multiple people tell me that when I'm showing them
it's
the
just
pictures.
pure bliss on your face.
Yeah, we got the pot of greed. Like, it was like great because it was the thing, and what we went through to get it. But then discovering that it was a hat, was
just the
a
icing
whole
on top
new
of the
level
cake.
of enjoyment. So yeah, we got some great flicks with it, some pictures.
Yeah.
And I definitely got some looks walking around the arcade with the pot of greed.
Yeah. Yep.
But I didn't care
Nah,
because
it
I had a
was-
pot
it
of
was-
greed hat.
100% worth it.
And that's how we ended the night.
Yeah, that is
That is full day,
day
one.
1. Yeah.
1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, 20 minutes of playing talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some of the other days will be a little quicker.
Yeah, that day had a ton of highlights, and it might have been my favorite day.
Yeah, it
Between
was
the
great.
pot of greed, going to Kura for the first time, and just getting to experience Japan, that might have been my favorite day.
It really was great. I think it was a perfect first day. It we got to do a lot, and it just was so fun. And honestly, like, because of when we landed on the flight and just being able to get to bed, I feel like we all handled it pretty well. We were able to kind of get up relatively early and attack the day. And honestly, that was the case throughout the trip. I feel like, we really were able to get going and get things accomplished right away. A lot of things don't open till like
You're
10.
excited.
Yeah, it helped us push through really well. So it was a brilliant start. It really was.
Yeah, I agree. I echo that sentiment.
Yeah, that's good.
Eventually, I guess, maybe I could even do it sooner than later. We're going to post some pictures from the trip on our Instagram.
Yeah, we could do
I'll
that,
make
huh?
sure to include my pot of greed photo.
Yes, please.
So you guys can see me at the happiest I've ever been, apparently.
Yeah,
But
I would say so.
But yeah, so thank you guys for coming on part one of this journey.
Part one of this unlimited part series.
Nah, we'll get her done.
19 part
And we will,
series.
at some point get back to some anime.
Yeah, after our 19 part series.
Yeah, but I mean, it's our podcast. So
Yeah, we talked about anime plenty.
we could be a travel podcast for
for
a couple
weeks.
months.
Yeah, months, yeah.
I don't know, dude. This is we're one day in.
No, you're right.
But yeah, so thank you guys for listening. If you've
as
done
always.
so, or if you've gotten this far, I mean, sorry.
If you've done so.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, it works. Yeah,
It does work, yeah.
If you've done so thus far. I don't
Now
know if
you're
that's
getting
any worse.
confused.
All right, so see you guys next week.
Thank you guys for listening. We will be back with more next time. Peace.